Hey, what's going on, Sacktown? I just want to start off this video by saying, rest in peace to Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gigi and everyone else involved in the horrific, unfortunate helicopter crash that killed all of them a couple weeks ago. Um, it's just unfortunate. It's still unreal to me and everybody else the fact that a, a legend like Kobe Bryant just passed away, and it's just unfortunate. Nothing's more heartbreaking than this. Kobe is was a part of the Lakers team that battled it out with us back in the day with Shaq and Ori and all those other guys, and you know he just was he meant so much for the game overall, and just his presence alone just affected so many of us. Watching him, admiring him. Being a Kings fan, he there's so many nights where he broke our hearts, my heart. I mean, I was sleepless. I couldn't even go to sleep because as great as he was, he destroyed us, man. But nothing's more heartbreaking and sickening than his death that happened a couple of weeks ago, and it's just I can put the rivalry to the side for once. Just I hated him as a player, obviously on the court, and what he did to us, and how he killed us. Most of the time, but it's bigger than basketball, man. My utmost respect. I admired his game. I respected the hell out of him. During on the court because he was so good. I was definitely grateful to catch him at his last game in Sacramento back in 2016. It was actually our last season at Arco Arena, and he that year he happened to be his farewell tour, meaning that he retired. He was going to retire that year, and I remember that. I remember that. It was just crazy, man. Like just seeing like the vibe and atmosphere in Arco, and that was the year where we had Rondo, Rudy Gay, and DeMarcus Cousins, and the game was it was a fun, exciting game. And I don't think he played that much in the fourth quarter, but just his presence alone, just being there, getting the crowd riled up, and it was cool. It's a cool experience seeing him. I was grateful. I was fortunate to be at his last game in Sacramento, and nothing but the utmost respect to him. And my prayers and condolences to him and his family. Um, you know, just it's just unfortunate, man. Never take things for granted. Always love your loved ones to the max, and tomorrow's not given, man. So, rest in peace to everybody else involved, and as well as Gigi, his daughter, and Kobe Bryant. So, I just want to talk about today. I just want to talk about the first half of the season. I just want to talk about the trades that we made as well. I think that run back time last summer, we signed Corey Joseph, Dwayne Dedman, and Trevor Ariza. Two out of the three, the third one still remains on our squad, and we actually ended up trading Trevor Ariza earlier a couple weeks ago to Portland, and in exchange, we got Kent Bazemore. So I think it's gonna really help us, defensively. Just that energy that he brings, man. I think it's definitely contagious. It's definitely rubbing off the team in a good way. And I was excited. I know it's expiring deal. He's owed 19 million, and after this, he's a free agent. But I feel like that connection was there with him and Luke Walton back when Coach Luke was with the Golden State Warriors, assistant coach with the Golden State Warriors back in 2015, 14. So, and I'm excited what Kent Bazemore brings. And the recent trade that we just made about almost a week ago, Jabari Parker and Alex Len, who we received from Atlanta, and we sent Dwayne Dedman and future second round picks to the Atlanta Hawks. Now with Dwayne Dedman, I was really excited to have him when we signed him last summer. I feel like he was an instant upgrade over Willie Cauley Stein, and just like his feel for the game, and he can spread the floor. I thought it was just gonna be a big asset for us, especially with De'Aaron Fox attacking the rim. Keep dishing it out, and just like having a spot up and shoot threes. I saw what I liked in the preseason, and then as time went on, it's just like, man, like what the heck happened? He just it just didn't work with him, and he was just a bad fit overall, and it just showed. It just definitely showed. There's a lot of games where I just see him miss wide open 3 pointers, wide open shots, and I feel like the effort just wasn't there, and it wasn't, and it showed. And he, requested for a trade publicly earlier, this season, and the NBA fined him, I think 50,000 for publicly, asking for a trade. And I'm like, man, $50,000, wow, it's a lot of money, and but he's gone. We in return we received Alex Lynn, who's been a project. He's been a project since he was drafted by the Phoenix Suns. I just think that I don't want to say he's maxed out, but at the same time, I think you kind of know what you're gonna get with him, and he's still relatively young. And but the main piece, what I'm pretty excited about is Jabari Parker. I mean, he's a former number 2 overall pick in the 2004 from the 2014 draft, and I feel like the potential, the sky's the limit for him. I think if this has to be potentially a high risk or high reward, low risk. I think that considering the fact that he's been injury prone, but I think that he's still only 24 years old, and I think that he's going to be motivated and rejuvenated to show that he can still play at a high level. I mean, I think back in Milwaukee, he was playing at a high level, and obviously they have Giannis there, so they weren't gonna keep Jabari because they wanted to re-up and put other pieces around Giannis and make him the center piece of that team, which he is. Obviously if I had to choose one, I'll take Giannis too. But I just felt like ever since he left Milwaukee, he's just everywhere he's gone. He's just been bad fits with Washington, with Chicago, and then I know we were rumored to get him this summer. We wanted to sign him, but for whatever reason, I don't know why that didn't work. But he just chose to sign with the Atlanta Hawks to a 2-year deal, and he was playing pretty well, with the Hawks this season, and then he got hurt and injured and kind of just shelved them. And I think that Atlanta was just kind of might wanted to move in a different direction and away from him, and they decided to trade him to us. And I think that with him, this is going to be a perfect fit. I mean, you have a bona fide potential star point guard in De'Aaron Fox. You have 2 great shooters in Bogdanovich and Buddy Hield, and once and he's going to have 2 bigs. And actually a couple bigs. I'll throw Harry Giles in there too because he's been playing really well lately. With him, Marvin Bagley when he's back healthy, and Rashawn Holmes when he's back. So I think the fit's there. I think he's going to be excited. I mean, they're all Duke brothers. Him, Bagley, and Harry Giles. They all went to Duke, and that connection's there. And I just think that he's going to be ready to prove to everybody that hey, I can play at a high level still. And man, I just really hope that he stays healthy. That's my main, concern. Just as long as he can stay healthy, this really has the potential to be, a high reward for us. And he has a player option, going into the summer. And if he decides to pick that up, or if not, he can become a free agent. But I really do think that he's gonna like it here. I really think that the second half of the season, with addition of Jabari Parker and Kenton Bazemore. We got to have athletic wings. That's what Fox and the shooters need. Athletic wings to get out and run up and down the court and defend too. And Jabari Parker's defense is suspect, but I think Kenton Bazemore's energy and defense is great, man. He just has that. He reminds me of Amon Shumpert from last season. He's a good locker room guy. He's a good veteran presence to have around with the young team, the youngsters. And I really do think that he's going to continue to make this team better. And Jabari Parker, man, just get healthy, get back on the court, and show us what you can do, man. Because I'm excited. I'm sure other Kings fans, I'm sure you guys are excited as well. And I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm definitely looking forward to the second half of the season. I know the first half of the season hasn't been where we wanted it to be, but we can only get better and go up from here moving forward. So we play the Mavericks today. I'm going to tune into that game today. We play at 5:30. Luka Doncic is expected to play. He's been out for with the ankle injury for a couple of games, I think, or 7 games. But he is expected to make his return today. Um, I think that we'll have a chance to win the game. We'll see how it goes, but I will definitely give you guys my take on it after the game. And yeah, so this is it for my video today. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for showing all the love and support. I really do greatly appreciate it on Twitter, my Snapchat, and definitely the love from Facebook as well. And I just really appreciate that. Continue to like the channel, sub. As you can see, my background basically it's all Kings, man. It's all Sacramento Kings in here, man. And I will continue to produce, make great content, get better at every day as a YouTuber. So I will see you guys in my next video. All right, let's get this win tonight.